of the circulating cells, nothing but the production of the circulating erythrocytes, leukocytes, and the platelets from the undifferentiated stem cells. It's called as a hematopoiesis. In a very simple manner, production of the blood cells. That process is nothing but the hematopoiesis. For the formation of the hematopoiesis, there are mainly requires the iron, vitamin B12, folic acid, and the hematopoietic growth factor. What is mean by the growth factor? Nothing but these are the naturally occurring substances which stimulate the multiplication of the cell, nothing but the proliferation of the blood cell, nothing but the multiplication of the blood cell, nothing but the growth factor. And the iron is stored into the two types, nothing but the iron is stored into the two proteins, nothing but the ferritin and the hemosiderin. Ferritin is nothing but the protein. So in that 25% is iron stored into the two form, ferritin and the hemosiderin. Next one is the so inorganic hematinics. There are mainly the two types of the hematinics. Inorganic hematinics are used for the production of the blood cell as well as the to maintain the HB level in our body for the to treat the deficiency of the anemia. Mainly two types of the inorganic hematinics are used. First one is the ferrous sulfate and the ferrous gluconate. Already we started the ferrous sulfate. What is the molecular formula for the ferrous sulfate? FeSO4. When it is available into the anhydrous form. When it is available into the hydrous form, nothing but the FeSO4 7H2O. H2O it comes when it is available into the hydrous form. What is the synonym? Nothing but the green. So what is the green vitriol? Synonym of the FeSO4, nothing but the ferrous sulfate is the green vitriol. What is the molecular weight? 278 gram. The synonym also is nothing but the iron vitriol as well as the copper ash. See here, by mistake it comes the molecular weight, but the synonym is nothing but the green vitriol, iron vitriol, and the copper ash. This is the three synonyms of the ferrous sulfate. Sometimes they will ask the questions just to explain about the green vitriol as well as the iron vitriol. Then you have to write about the ferrous sulfate. Nature is the crystalline. So what is the nature of the ferrous sulfate? Is nothing but the crystalline in nature. Next one is the color, nothing but the appearance. They are available into the white crystals, white yellow crystals, and the blue green crystals. They are available. So nature is the crystalline, so they are available into the white color crystals, yellow color crystals, and the blue green, nothing but the more punky. So blue green color crystals are available. Odor is the odorless. Taste having the astringent and the metallic taste. Astringent म्हणजे काय तुरट. They having a metal like taste and the astringent taste. Next one is the solubility. They are mainly soluble into the water. What is the solubility of the ferrous sulfate? They are mainly soluble into the water. Next one is the preparation method of the ferrous sulfate. How to prepare the ferrous sulfate? Very simple. Just you have to take the one bath. In that, just you have to take the sulfuric acid. You have to take the 30 to 40 ml sulfuric acid, and in that you have to keep the small steel sheet or the small steel rod. You have to keep into the sulfuric acid, and you have to keep for the 48 hours or the 3 to 4 days for the treatment purpose. And this treatment produces the large quantities of the iron sulfate as a byproduct. So what is the reaction? Nothing but the Fe plus H2SO4. When the ferrous is react with the sulfuric acid, it gives the ferrous sulfate and the H2 molecule. Next one is the ferrous sulfate is also prepared by the commercially by the oxidation of the pyrite. So what is the pyrite? Nothing but this is the iron disulfide molecule. So pyrite is nothing but the iron disulfide. It is mainly ferrous sulfate is prepared by the two ways, nothing but the large scale as well as the small scale, nothing but the laboratory scale as well as the industry scale. In laboratory scale, how they will prepare? Nothing but they will take the small quantity, they will take the small bath. In that they will add the sulfuric acid and they will pass the steel rod or the steel sheet and keep for the treatment, and they will get the production of the iron sulfate. Next one, in industrial scale, nothing but in a large scale, how they will prepare? Nothing but by the oxidation of the pyrite. What is mean by the oxidation? Nothing but the addition of the oxygen molecule, gain of the oxygen molecule. So oxidation of the pyrite. Pyrite is nothing but the iron disulfide compound. So when iron disulfide compound reacts with the oxygen in presence of the water, it gives the ferrous sulfate and the removal of the sulfuric acid. They gives the product, byproduct, what they will give? Ferrous sulfate and the sulfuric acid. This is the preparation method of the iron sulfate. Ferrous sulfate or the, so what is the synonym of the ferrous sulfate? It is also called as a iron sulfate. Next one is the chemical properties of the iron sulfate. So what is the chemical properties of the iron sulfate? See, very simple. What they have to do, just you have to take the ferrous sulfate and you have to give the heat. So when ferrous sulfate, you are providing the heat, what they will release? They will release the ferric oxide, then sulfur dioxide and the sulfur trioxide. How much heat you have to give? At the 680 degrees Celsius. Nothing but you have to maintain the at 680 degrees Celsius. No, this is the 680 degrees Celsius. Are you audible, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It is not audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So
Yes, ma'am.
chemical
You are
reaction.
audible.
What happened? So what is the chemical property of the iron sulfate or the ferrous sulfate? What you have to do, just you have to take the ferrous sulfate and you have to give the heat. You have to provide the heat. See, this is the 680 degrees Celsius. It comes by the wrong. There is no use of the 680 degrees Celsius. Just to keep in mind, just to take the ferrous sulfate and you have to give the heat. After heating, they will release the. So you have to provide the large amount of heat. What they will release? Nothing but the releasing of the ferric oxide as well as the sulfur dioxide and the sulfur trioxide. They will release the fumes of the sulfur trioxide, sulfur dioxide and the ferric oxide. This is the first chemical property of the ferrous sulfate. Next one is the when iron sulfate, here see reduction process will, here reduction reactions will occur. What is mean by the oxidation? What is mean by the reduction? Our topic will be there, so we'll see there. Only what is the reduction? Nothing but the loss of the electron. So when the iron sulfate, it reduces. When ferrous sulfate reacts with the 3 molecules of the sulfuric acid plus 2 molecules of the nitric acid, what they will give? They will give the 3Fe2SO4 thrice. Nothing but this is the formula for the iron sulfate, or it is also called as a ferric persulfuric acid. Just to keep in mind, that formula is nothing but the iron sulfate or the ferric persulfuric acid. So when the 6 molecules of the ferrous sulfate reacts with the 3 molecules of the sulfuric acid and the 2 molecules of the nitric acid, it gives the 3 molecules of the iron sulfate, or the another name is the ferric persulfuric acid plus 4 water molecule and the 2 molecules of the nitrous oxide. Another reaction, when the ferrous sulfate reacts with the chlorine. See, when the ferrous sulfate, it reacts with the 3 molecules of the chlorine. It gives the Fe2SO4 thrice, nothing but the iron sulfate as well as the ferric chloride. See, iron sulfate is a reducing agent. It reduces the nitric acid to nitrogen monoxide and the chlorine to chloride. See, ferric chloride, here chlorine. So it reduces the chlorine to chloride and reduces the nitric acid. See, 2 molecules of the HNO3 to nitrous oxide, monoxide. This is the second chemical property of the ferrous sulfate. Very simple. First one, what is the first reaction? Nothing but the, just you have to take the ferrous sulfate and you have to heat. There is a releasing of the ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and the sulfur trioxide. What is the next reaction? Reduction reaction. What is here? Reduction will occur. What they will reduce is ferrous sulfate reacts with the sulfuric acid and the nitric acid. It reduces the iron sulfate as well as the nitrous oxide. See, this is the HNO3. Nitric acid is converted into the nitrous oxide, nitrogen oxide or the nitrous oxide. And next reaction, it converts the chlorine to chloride. Nothing but the ferrous sulfate reacts with the chlorine. It gives the iron sulfate plus the ferric chloride. This is the second reaction of the ferrous sulfate. Next one is the third reaction. What is the third reaction? Upon exposure to air, it here oxidization. First you have to give the heat, next reduction process, and next one is the oxidization process, nothing but the addition of the oxygen molecule. So what you will get? Nothing but the 12 molecules of the ferrous sulfate reacts with the 3 molecules of the oxygen. It gives the 4 molecules of the iron sulfate as well as the ferric oxide, 2 molecules of the ferric oxide. Wait for a minute.
कुठं चालू झालं यार, जीव झाले का काय?
So what is the third reaction? Nothing but the upon exposure to air, nothing but the when ferrous sulfate comes contact with the air, it oxidation will occur, nothing but the oxidation reaction. So you will get the 4 molecules of the iron sulfate as well as the 2 molecules of the ferric oxide. In exam you can write the any 3 reaction, any 2 chemical properties. So you can write the any 2 molecules of, you can write the any 2 chemical properties. Next one is the assay of the ferrous sulfate. Assay is nothing but the, so what is the mainly assay is based on the oxidation reduction titration method. So what is that? The mainly assay is based on the oxidation reduction titration method. So already I told chemical property पण कुठली आहे? Oxidation आणि reduction. So what you have to do, just you have to accurately, you have to weigh the 0.5 gram of the ferrous sulfate and you have to add the 25 ml of the dilute sulfuric acid and the 25 ml of the freshly boiled as well as the cooled water, and you have to titrate with the 0.02 molar potassium permanganate solution, and you have to carry out the titration. What is the equivalent factor? Nothing but the each ml of the 0.02 molar potassium permanganate is equivalent to 27.802 gram of the ferrous sulfate. What is the factor? That factor is used for the calculation purpose. How to, what is the calculation? Nothing but you have to calculate the percentage purity of the drug. Whenever you will carry the assay, what is the use of the assay? To find out the percentage purity of the drug. So how to calculate the purity? For that purpose, factor is required. So this is the each ml of the 0.02 molar potassium permanganate is equivalent to 27.802 milligram of the ferrous sulfate. That factor is used, the 27.80. This factor is used for the calculation purpose. Why they give the here 0.02 molar? Because you are titrating with the 0.02 molar potassium per magnet. And how to prepare the potassium per magnet, that I will tell you whenever our actual practicals will start. Everything I will teach you how to prepare the 1 molar 1 normal solution. So this is the mainly, just you have to keep in mind, mainly this ferrous sulfate assay is based on the oxidation reduction titration method. Next one is the uses. Mainly ferrous sulfate act as a hematinic agent. Hematinic is nothing but those agents having a capacity to produce the RBCs as well as to maintain the HB level. So it is used to treat and prevent the iron deficiency of the anemia. Ferrous sulfate also used in the manufacture of the ink, mostly notable into the iron gall ink. Iron gall ink, nothing but it is made up from the ferrous. So that is the iron gall ink. This iron gall ink is also used for the writing purpose only. So it is used in the gold refining for the finishing purpose. They are also used. And last one, iron sulfate, nothing but ferrous sulfate is also useful reagent in the identification of the mushroom. For the identification test of the mushroom, mainly this ferrous sulfate is used. This is the uses of the ferrous sulfate. What is the dose? You have to actually, they will, according to required manner, they will give the ferrous sulfate dose how much? 60 milligram to 600 milligram. And what is the storage? It is stored into the amber color bottle or the light resistant container. Which container? Which having a capacity to avoid the light. So that is called as a light resistant container. They should avoid the passing of the light through the container. Nothing but the light resistant container. ज्या bottle मध्ये light pass होत नाही, that is called as a light resistant container. And actually amber color bottle म्हणजे brown color च्या ज्या आपल्या bottle असतात, that bottle having a that bottle act as a light resistant container. Next one, this is the whole about the ferrous sulfate. Next one is the ferrous gluconate. What is the ferrous gluconate? What is the molecular formula for the ferrous gluconate? C12H22FeO14. Just to calculate, you will get the molecular weight is nothing but the 446. Okay, what is the molecular weight of the oxygen? See, 144, 12.
16.
Nothing but the 144. Then H22, 22 into 1. Ferrous is nothing but the 56. And what is the oxygen? Nothing but the 714. Just to calculate, you got the molecular weight, nothing but the 446 gram. What is the synonym? Nothing but the ferrocygluconase. The synonym of the ferrous gluconate is nothing but the ferrocygluconase. This is the molecular weight, molecular formula, as well as the synonym of the ferrous gluconate. What is the physical property? Nature is the crystalline. Ferrous gluconate also act as a crystalline in nature. Then appearance, it having a greenish yellow as well as the gray powder granules as well as the crystal form. So mainly this ferrous gluconate is available into the crystal form as well as the granules form as well as the powder form. So having which color? Nothing but the greenish yellow color. They are available into the crystal, then powder form as well as the granule form. Odor is the which having a slight caramel like odor. All of you know caramel, nothing but the sakrecha pak jo asto, that having a slight caramel like odor. Taste is the caramel taste, it having a sweet taste. See, gluconate, nothing but your glucose. So taste is nothing but the caramel taste. Solubility, it is mainly freely soluble into the water, but more readily soluble into the hot water. And mainly it is also soluble into the glycerin, but insoluble into the alcohol. सो व्हॉट इज द सोल्युबिलिटी? आपली साखर कशामध्ये सोल्युबल असते? जास्त वॉटर मध्ये, पण वॉटर पेक्षा हॉट वॉटर मध्ये इट कॅन बी फास्टली सोल्युबल. सो freely soluble into the water but more readily soluble into the hot water, as well as it is soluble into glycerin also, but it is practically nothing but it is completely practically insoluble into the alcohol. This is the solubility of the ferrous gluconate. This is the physical properties of the ferrous gluconate. What is the nature? Nature is the crystalline. Appearance, nothing but the color is the greenish yellow as well as the gray. They are available into the crystal form, powder form, as well as the granules form. What is the odor? Odor is the slight caramel like odor. Taste is the caramel taste, nothing but the sweet taste. Solubility, mainly soluble into the water, but as compared to cold water, it is more soluble into the hot water. It is practically insoluble into the alcohol but soluble into the glycerin. This is the all about the physical properties of the ferrous gluconate. Next one is the preparation. How to prepare the ferrous gluconate? So mainly gluconic acid is prepared by the oxidation of the glucose by the dilution, by addition of the dilute nitric acid and the barium carbonate to get the barium gluconate. And after getting the barium gluconate, after it is treated with the ferrous sulfate, which gives the ferrous gluconate. See, here I give the reaction also. What is that? When the glucose is that first they will convert into the gluconic acid. So gluconic acid is first prepared by the oxidation of the glucose by the dilute nitric acid and it converts into the gluconic acid. How they first, how म्हणजे glucose कसं gluconic acid मध्ये convert करतात तर by the oxidation process, by the addition of the dilute nitric acid. What they will do, just to take the glucose and do the carry out the oxidation process and add the nitric acid. They will convert the glucose into the gluconic acid, and after that you have to add the barium carbonate. Then what they will form? Nothing but the gluconic acid reacts with the barium carbonate. They will convert into the barium gluconate, and after that barium gluconate again you have to treat with the barium, this barium gluconate you have to treat with the ferrous sulfate. Then you will get the ferrous gluconate. Very simple. कसं preparation करतात? Mainly ferrous gluconate is prepared by the only one method. How? First, that the glucose that is converted into the gluconic acid. How they will convert? By the oxidation process. They will treat with the dilute nitric acid and they will convert the glucose into the gluconic acid. After converting the gluconic acid, they will treat with the barium carbonate. They will add the barium carbonate and they will convert the barium gluconate. Nothing but the gluconic acid plus the barium carbonate. They will give the barium gluconate. And after barium, when you will get the barium gluconate, again they can add the ferrous sulfate. They will treat the barium gluconate with the ferrous sulfate and you will get the ferrous gluconate, releasing of the ferrous gluconate. Nothing but the formation of the ferrous gluconate. This is the preparation method of the ferrous gluconate. Next one is the uses. What is the uses of the ferrous gluconate? See, there is no use of the, in that only one important drug is there, ferrous sulfate. That ferrous gluconate is the that much not important drug. For that purpose I didn't give the chemical property, only I give the preparation method, physical properties, molecular formula, molecular weight, synonym and the uses. So what is the uses of the ferrous sulfate? Mainly ferrous gluconate. Mainly ferrous gluconate is used in the treatment of the hypochromic anemia. What is the hypo as well as the hyper? Hypochromic anemia. Hypo means the decrease in the blood level, decrease in the production of the RBC. There is a RBC instructions of the RBC. Hypo means the decrease, hyper means the increase. So it increase. Is the treatment of the hypochromic anemia. Next one, ferrous gluconate is also used as a food additive when the processing black olives. Just you don't keep in mind, only just to keep, ferrous gluconate is also used as a food additive. म्हणजे जेव्हा तुम्ही काही कुठलं फूड प्रिपरेशन करता त्याच्यामध्ये इट ऍक्ट ॲज अ वन ऑफ द ingredient that is called as additive, nothing but the ingredient. So only just to keep in mind, ferrous gluconate is also used as a food additive. It is also used in the treatment of the hypochromic anemia. जर तुम्हाला एक्झाम मध्ये जर हे हायपोक्रोमिक नाव जर आठवत नसेल तर फक्त जस्ट यू राईट ओनली फेरस ग्लुकोनेट इज used in the treatment of the anemia. This is the uses of the ferrous gluconate. Next one is the last one is the dose. It is available, so I give the dose. So in a dose, how much you have to provide the ferrous gluconate per day? Nothing but the in men, nothing but the adult person. So you have to give the 8 milligram per day ferrous gluconate. Woman म्हणजे फेरस ग्लुकोनेट कधी द्यायचं जर त्यांच्या बॉडीमध्ये HB ची लेवल कमी असेल, जर त्या पर्सनला अॅनिमिया झाला असेल तरच फेरस ग्लुकोनेट द्यायचं. अदरवाइज देर इज अ नो नीड. इफ यू विल टेक द डेली, जर तुम्ही व्यवस्थित जर चांगला आहार घेत असाल तर देर इज अ नो प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द अॅनिमिया, देर इज अ मोर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द आरबीसी सेल. जर त्या पर्सनला अॅनिमिया झाला, जर त्या पर्सन मध्ये जर आरबीसी सेल जास्त डिस्ट्रक्ट होत असतील किंवा प्रोडक्शन कमी होत असेल तर त्या पर्सनला काय होतो, अॅनिमिया ऑकर होतो. त्या कंडिशन मध्ये यू हॅव टू गिव्ह द डोस. मेन 8 milligram पर डे, वुमन 18 milligram per day. For pregnant woman you have to give the 27 milligram per day, and for lactating woman, nothing but the feeding mother, you have to give 9 milligram per day. This is the dose requirement of the ferrous gluconate. When you have to give, when that person will get the anemia, that time only you have to give the dose. Otherwise there is a no need of providing the ferrous gluconate. So men is nothing but the 8 milligram per day, for woman 18 milligram per day, for pregnant woman 27 milligram per day, for lactating woman you have to give the 9 milligram per day dose of the ferrous gluconate. So this is the all about the hematinics agent. On this is the all about the 2 inorganic hematinics are used for the treatment of the anemia, to remove the deficiency of the anemia. This is the all about the hematinics agent. All of you understand? समजलं का सगळ्यांना? आपला हा
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.